Alright, good morning. Greetings from Lenawee County in the great state of Michigan. I am the Lenawee Trekker. It is September 7th. Well, it's Labor Day. And as you can see, it's nice and bright and cheery this morning. And this has been a living hell to get to this point here. Let me explain that a little bit. Alright, we had a wrench party that Bob put on, you know, Darth Vader 1701, over at his house. So I said, yeah, I've got a project. So we took the front wheel off, we changed the front brakes, we changed the front bearings, we changed the drive belt, and I rode home. Well, about a week later, I hop on the bike and go to just basically have a quick ride, and she won't start. Like, what's going on? In the video, you saw me check out the parts, and that was like mid-July, maybe late July. Well, okay, I basically diagnosed my stator as being bad. My voltage rectifier was doing weird things too. And my battery was shot. Alright. Straightforward repair, right? Order the stator. Order the rectifier. Order the new battery. Piece of cake. Not a problem. Ordered it up. Tried finding it locally. Of course, nobody had it. So I ordered it online from Service Honda. Okay, not a problem. These guys have done well with me before. And so then I get an email back. Dear Mr., you're going to wait for the rest of your life for these parts. We are sorry to inform you, but the parts that you have ordered are on factory back order. Alright, factory back order. So you have to go back to the factory. You're talking about the place off of I-75 in Ohio, right? Nope. We're talking about the place in Japan where they ship out things on a monthly basis. It's like, oh shit, no. So, alright, I checked around to other dealerships and everything trying to find these parts, and I kept getting the same response. Well, we looked, but they're apparently on factory back order. It's like, alright. Not a problem. It's still July. Not a problem. I can deal with it. I can dig it. It's kind of out of their hands anyways, right? Right. So I waited. And I waited. And I waited. And then I waited a little more. Well, the parts showed up on the weekend that I had off because I was going to be on call the following week. All right, so I've got my weekend is planned. Oh, the reason I'm taking this is a little curvy road, and this is kind of reminiscent of the roads I'll be on. So okay, Silverwing seems to take it just fine. But anyways, it shows up on the Friday before I'm off. So I say, okay, great timing, guys, great timing. Yeah, and then Saturday, the rain shows up. I don't have a garage. Yay. I continued to wait. Finally, the weather broke a little bit. So I started busting the nut to get get the stator changed. Since that's the most difficult one, I figured I'd go after that first. Yeah, most people work up to the most difficult part. I start with the most difficult part and work my way down. Well, I got the stator in. Had nothing but trouble trying to keep the pads in. Honda doesn't have a gasket per se for the right hand crankcase cover. So the deal is, you've got to buy this black tar stuff material. Basically, it's Permatex. So I did. I bought it. I put it on the cover, and I got it all over everything. And it says you had to wait for 24 hours before you put oil onto it. Well, okay, not a problem there. I waited 2 weeks. But after I got the stator all bolted back up, I got everything bolted back up for the stator, the swing arm, and everything's back in place. Then it started raining like hell again. The only thing is, this didn't come out just the regular rain. This was get your ass inside, get your ass in the basement type of rain. It's like, oh no, don't hit my bike with a tornado, please. Yeah, forget the house, just don't hurt the bike, you know. But then it was a matter of getting more time to do the regulator. Now the front end was already loose. I had taken that off before I'd ordered the parts. I was trying to find out if it was just a loose connection or a corroded connection or some such matter such as that. No such luck. No such luck. Alright. Well, finally I had a day where I was doing runs close to home, and I had no more runs. And I had no more places to go. And they said, well, we've got stuff on the east side, but if we take you from there, you're gonna be 2 hours to get there, and you're gonna be right in their dinner rush, so just go on home. It's like, okay, thank you very much. So I got home early, and I changed the voltage regulator, which was kind of blah, 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 blah type of thing. Or I should say, there was really nothing to it. A couple clips that don't want to cooperate. A couple tabs that don't want to release. You know the routine. What do we have? But at any rate, I got the voltage regulator changed, and naturally rain moved in right after that, and I put the front end back on. I couldn't test anything, so I just kind of left it loose, but I put it kind of in place, you know, one of those deals. It's there, but yet it's not, you know. Then I hope for another day like that where I could actually get some time and peace to think. Well, that didn't happen. They kept me busy and busy and busy and busy and busy. I kept paying my bills and doing my thing and basically doing what I'm supposed to do. Well, on one of my trips, I went past the complete battery source, bought a new battery. They say it's an AGM, but he actually had to fill it. And I'd say, well, wait a minute. You don't fill AGMs, they're factory sealed, aren't they? And apparently, according to Complete Battery Source, when they came out and they became popular, yes, they were all factory sealed. But the problem is, some of them were sitting around forever. So they were sitting around forever and they were discharging, and what they would find is while they would hold the charge, they would get weak, and then you put them on the battery charger, and you know how people are. Well, if you put them on the motorcycle setting and it takes 2 hours to charge, if we put it on 10 amps, it'll only take 15 minutes and we'll be done. Well, that's the sure way to kill the battery. So what they started doing is they started sending it with the bottle of solution, or you'll see the BS at the end of the number. So they charged it or filled it and put the strips on. It's like, I'm still not totally sure that's right, but I haven't seen anything leaking out of the thing. So, and of course I haven't given it a proper shakedown test. I just, well, at any rate, I put it on the battery charger, charged it up to 15.5 or 13.5 volts, to where it said it was 100% charged and ready to roll. I was like, okay, cool. Then it came time to finish up the last little details, and it's like, well, of course the weather wasn't going to cooperate. And then little things started happening, like the stuff that I had packed started disappearing. It's like, what's going on? It's like, am I that screwed up in the head? Could be. Finally, I got everything together. I mounted it on the bike. I'm getting ready to go. I can't find the keys. It's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Not this now. So for 3 hours this morning, I had been desperately trying to find my keys. And instead of the departure time of 7 a.m., which could have been arranged if I just basically grafted the key into my finger and just sat here like this, I could have been underway at 7 a.m. No, I had spent 3 hours looking for the keys. But at any rate, they turned up and I'm on my way. So it just seems like everything has been working against me on this, to get to this trip. I'm not really pushing the bike. I'm not gonna push the bike. This is gonna be one of those trips where we get there when we get there. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. And like last year, I had the bike loaded and ready to roll last night. But I am underway and I am enjoying this. Supposed to have smooth sailing all the way to Eureka Springs. At any rate, I'm en route to Eureka Springs. Hopefully my next video will be me pulling into Eureka Springs, coming around the curves and up to the hotel. I might do some state lines on the way, but I don't know. We shall see. Please stand by.